next. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And now let's toss it over to Kevin Harlan with the rest of the 2K crew. I'll catch you at the break.
And moments ago, the national anthem and the mental preparation for the game ahead. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for Dallas and for New Orleans, McCollum is out there with Jones. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Williamson in at the 4 slot.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. A big reason why was they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Pass to Dinwiddie. Smith right side. Pass to Dinwiddie. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. And back to the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. And I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Both free throws good from Ingram. Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. You know, Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou, Kevin. I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me, but better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
The pass to Bullock. Here's Doncic. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I don't know of too many other players, Kevin, who have his level of concentration offensively. He just seems to have that singular focus you need as a shooter that, you know, even if a defender's all over you, you still just lock in and let it go.
And something else he does is he's great off the dribble. He can take it to the rack or pull up. So as a defender, you don't know how to play him.
And so here is New Orleans. The Mavericks making the shot. 2 on the clock. Here's Ingram. Valanciunas passes to Williamson. That one goes. Count it.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Williamson.
Young teams, guys, tend to get run over in the Western Conference, and the Pelicans were a young team last year, and guess what? They got run over. In a conference where everybody needs to be tough to even think about the playoffs, New Orleans really was overmatched.
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's a three-point game. Bullock passes to McGee. Shoots a three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And Clark, as you said, with the Pelicans last year in their final year as the Hornets, you know, the West just ate them alive as they put up a 15-37 record, Steve, against the rest of the conference.
And it wasn't just any one division. It was every division in the West. But look, the conference was loaded. The Pelicans, or at least I should say the Hornets, at the time were a young team. They weren't going anywhere, not enough talent. But they're on the rise now. They've added some significant talent.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Pelicans on D. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with New Orleans head coach. Doing a good job staying tight on their perimeter shooters is something that he wants his guys to focus on. He knows how much this team can hurt you if you give them too much room on the perimeter, and they're determined not to let that happen in this one, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
So it's the Pelicans now after the miss from Smith. Here's Ingram. He passes it to Williamson. Jones kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Jones. He feeds it to McCollum. Jones puts the lead pass in front of him. And that one's good. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Doncic. Here's...
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the score by Dallas. The shot's good from Williamson.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Mavericks trailed by 7. Pass to McGee. Pass to Bullock. Dallas moving it around. Smith for three. Rejected by Williamson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mavericks making a switch here. New Orleans leading by 7. McCollum passes to Ingram. No good with the layup.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Here's Dinwiddie. And he overshot that one, missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
The shot's good from Ingram.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 9 points. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Here's Wood. Soft touch off the glass. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Jones kicks to McCollum. Back to Jones. Passes it to Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one near him. And he gives the jumper to drop. He's got 6.
You know, he seemed a bit cold. The shots haven't been falling for him early on.
Back to Smith. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Now here's McCollum. It's Jones on the wing. And the pass to Ingram. Dishes to Valanciunas. Kicks it to McCollum. Here's the 3. No good. Mavericks trailed by 7. Here's the break. Pass to Dinwiddie. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's taller than most point guards, and he really put his length to use right there.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, are always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish, at the bottom for a few years, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it. The last 2 years, they had unlimited cap room, unable to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
Pelicans leading by 4. McCollum off a pick from Ingram. He dishes it to McCollum. Shoots. Rebound by Smith.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And Smith gets double teamed. He kicks to Powell. Here's Doncic. Drills it from outside. He's got 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Passes it to Williamson. Ingram, covered by Smith. Here's Ingram. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the Pelicans lead by 3. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Doncic, defended by McCollum. There's the pass to Wood. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the dish to McCollum from past the arc. That's good. McCollum's got 7.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Here's Doncic. Gets it to go.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. Again, the Pelicans score.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Mavericks trailed by 6. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Poked loose. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Good. He's got 11.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter, and just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Pass to Wood. No good. Great D that time from Williamson. New Orleans leading by 8. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Dinwiddie. Used the screen and took it all the way.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Passes it to Frank. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 5. The feed to Hardaway. Tries again. Powell, that's good.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And something else he does that I know is underrated and undervalued is he sets very hard screens. Those screens are a real key component of a lot of the plays they run.
Another shot. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his first basket.
Now, defensively, they have to pick up the intensity and close out on shooters.
Steve, you're right. I mean, they're getting picked apart out there, and the intensity on D's got to pick up as well. I mean, you can't have it on cruise control on defense.
And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 10-point game. Right side Hardaway. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Number 15, defended by Frank. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
The big story in New Orleans, guys, is the change of the name. From the Hornets, a name that came with the team when they relocated from Charlotte, to the brand new Pelicans. Now, Pelicans might not be the most intimidating name around the league, but it does have a nice and special connection to the city and state.
Well, Clark, and I really didn't know you knew this much about birds, but the brown pelican is indeed the state bird of Louisiana. Their numbers have rebounded dramatically after being hard hit by the Gulf spill. So a representation of the city's triumph, Steve, over great adversity.
Well, I'm happy it was something that is connected to the city. I'm talking about the name, the Pelicans, because remember, originally this team was known as the Jazz, and that made sense. Utah Jazz made no sense. New Orleans Hornets made no sense. New Orleans Pelicans make sense, guys.
You know, since the Southwest Division was created, the Mavs have always been in the hunt to win it every year. But last season, their division title hopes were dashed early on because of a poor start.
Now, here's Green, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Hardaway. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. And the Mavs would end up 4th in the division with a 7-9 mark against the other 4 teams. Steve, strange not to see them in the top half of the division.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you look at the Southwest, San Antonio still rolling. You know, Houston, improving dramatically. Even New Orleans now making a step, and Memphis. I mean, they had an awesome season a year ago. So, boy, that Southwest, it might be the toughest division in the NBA.
No good on the free throw.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And Clark, you mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets, but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. He looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, blue is featured on the Louisiana state flag. Gold, Mardi Gras color, of course. You know, and then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea what red represents, Kevin.
And here are the Pelicans now, after the missed three from Claver. Feeds it to Graham. Pass to Murphy. New Orleans moving it around. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's Green. Defense is right there. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. New Orleans leading by 8. He feeds it to Murphy. Kicks to Hayes. Dishes to Murphy. That's good. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 10. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
How about the work on the offensive glass to this point, guys?
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's Graham. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Graham's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pelicans. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
And Murphy backs in. He passes to Temple. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
First one falls for him. And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, as you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24-28 against the rest of the conference, and While that is all right, Steve, it's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this conference, Kevin. And I think you have to be at least 500 this year against the West to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. They just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
Mavericks trailed by 13. McGee is screen on Murphy. Back to Hardaway. The pass to Frank. He dishes it to McGee. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
You know, guys, it seemed to be a great fit initially in Denver with McGee and the Nuggets. But he had a bit of a wake-up call from George Karl last season when Karl said of McGee, lazy and crazy isn't going to make it work.
That one is off. And with JaVale McGee, his then coach Karl said he's a tremendous talent. Karl just wants him to be more fundamentally sound.
Well, he said it on multiple occasions. And one of the reasons McGee never got into the starting lineup under Karl was that he was too sporadic with his effort. He'd make a spectacular play and then turn it around and make a bad one. So he needs consistency in his game.
New Orleans leading by 12. Here's Temple. Graham dishes to Temple. He kicks to Marshall. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Frank, he's guarded by Murphy. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Frank. The dish to Claver. Passes to Frank. 5 on the clock. Launches it. Rejected by Temple. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. No good there with the step back J. Mavericks trailed by 12. Frank covered by Nance. Oh, trying for it. Marshall with the steal. Graham, the pass to Marshall. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Park. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Here's Temple. Now the feed to Murphy. Shoots the three. And the basket good. Murphy's got 5 points so far.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Dallas calls timeout.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. McGee a screen to the inside, and it's McGee slamming it down.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And Murphy kicks to Marshall. Feeds to Murphy. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Marshall. Dishes it to Murphy. Just 5 to shoot. The three. Can't hit. Great defense that time from Claver. Mavericks trailed by 13. Here's Frank off the screen. The shot will not go. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Graham. It's rebounded by Claver. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Outside Hardaway. And there's the pass to Frank. He feeds it to Claver. There's the three. Mans with the rebound.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
But they get it back. Murphy dishes to Temple. Kicks it to Murphy. From outside the arc, hits the bucket. Murphy's got 8 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Frank, Graham defending. Here's Frank. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Goes up again. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, Kevin, it all starts with that shot blocking. He takes up a lot of space out there.
Yeah, everybody wants to score inside, but he'll have you make other plans. He's a real game changer inside.
The Mavericks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. That's good from Claver. Dallas making a switch here. Both free throws good from Claver.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
McCollum off a pick from Ingram. McCollum kicks to Murphy. He passes to McCollum. Murphy. He dishes it to McCollum. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
New Orleans making a switch here. Pass to Wood. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Williamson. New Orleans leading by 14. There's a screen. Here's Graham. And another three for New Orleans.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Doncic defended by McCollum. Here's Doncic. Solid defense there from McCollum.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
McCollum off a pick from Valanciunas. Releases. They swipe it. Doncic, Graham defending. Clock at 6. Down low. To the paint. Here's Claver. Count that one. Claver's got 4 points this quarter. Pelicans leading by 15. There's the screen. He kicks it to McCollum. That's blocked. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Ingram, covered by Smith. Offensive rebound, Valanciunas. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Dallas calls timeout.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Mavericks trailed by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And the shot is good.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Passes it to Ingram. Back to Jones. The dish to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Ingram. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice strong finish. Very nearly a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Ingram. Mavericks trailed by 17. Pass to Wood. Seven-foot shot. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And there's the feed to Valanciunas. Hits the close-range jumper. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Here's Dinwiddie. And misses it off the right side of the rim. New Orleans gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's stolen by Smith. Dinwiddie, defended by Jones. Doncic, defended by Ingram. Excellent use of the screen that time. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
McCollum off a pick from Valanciunas. McCollum passes to Williamson. Jones. Shot on the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans. Mavericks trailed by 19. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Here's Ingram. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Feeds to Smith. 6 to shoot. Ripped away. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Wood. McCollum with the ball. 11 points in the game. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Dallas, no good that time either.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Fires, high post. Again, the Pelicans score. 1:58 left in the first half of basketball. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Smith drives in. Now the pass to Wood. Dinwiddie, just 5 on the clock. From deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram passes to Valanciunas. Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Here's Williamson. Rejected by Powell. Pass to Wood. Here's Doncic. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He's got 11. 59 seconds left now here in the second. Now McCollum. Dishes at the Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williamson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Smith for three. Rebounded by McCollum.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Doncic, defended by McCollum. Back to Smith. He passes to Wood. Jacks up a three, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. New Orleans on top, running away with this one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's hump day, and this is 2K Sports at the half. Glad you're along for the ride. The Pelicans are in the lead out at New Orleans Arena against Dallas. Extra possessions almost too easy to come by. They've piled up the second chance buckets. C.J. McCollum getting pretty much everything he tries against Dallas's D. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buy-in. Now for the Mavericks, not looking as good so far. Their three-point shooting has been nowhere to be found. It's really hurt them offensively. That's why they're behind. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance from Ingram.
He went off in the first two quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
McCollum dishes to Valanciunas. Outside, Jones. Pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, here's a guy who gives the coach the luxury of a very simple play call, which is just the ISO. Get him the ball and get out of the way, and good things are going to happen.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Out to Smith for three. That's good. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
McCollum off a pick from Williamson. And here's McCollum. Six to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Tries from 16. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Here's Bullock, defended by Jones. The drive by Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line. Not exactly the best of percentages.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. Pelicans leading by 21. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Jones kicks to McCollum. The three. And again, no good by New Orleans. Mavericks trailed by 21. Passes it to Bullock. Lets it go from deep. Gets the bucket.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
Valanciunas off a pick from Ingram. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Ingram. From deep three-point range.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. McCollum passes to Williamson. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. He's got 11.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Dallas calls timeout. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Doncic defended by Williamson to JaVale McGee. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Well, you know, JaVale McGee was taken 18th overall out of Nevada back in 2008. You hear about teams reaching in the draft for size. Well, that wasn't the case this time. You look at this kid's physical gifts. I mean, the tallest standing reach in the NBA. He stands alone in that category.
The shot's good from Ingram. He's got 16.
No, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. McGee is screen on Jones. Dinwiddie passes to Bullock. Smith, clock at 6. Another three for Dallas. And for JaVale McGee, not just long, but also athletic. You think of him in the dunk contest, dunking 2 balls on 2 baskets at once. It was a very creative way to go at it.
It's incredible to watch McGee out on the floor, dunking, blocking shots, running like a deer. Still very young, 25 years of age, but he can get a lot better, I think, with his game as he develops his skills.
Pass to Dinwiddie. He feeds it to McGee. He passes to Dinwiddie. With the shot. It's rebounded by Williamson.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Ingram passes to Williamson. Kicks it to McCollum. The Mavericks pull it in.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Rejected by Jones.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Ingram passes to McCollum. Lets it fly. They grab their own miss.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 13 points in the game.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court, so I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there, so take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ingram, defended by Bullock. Six on the shot clock. Number 15. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Well, rebounding and second chance opportunities have been a huge factor in this game.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
That free throw missing. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for New Orleans. McCollum comes in for Jones. He doesn't get the second one. Mavericks trailed by 17. Wood defended by Ingram. The pass to Wood. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up. For Dallas, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And they averaged about 77% from the free throw line a year ago. So this is a solid free throw shooting team.
That free throw good from Wood. Smith checked in for Dallas. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Pelicans leading by 16. Here's McCollum. He's got 16. A 17-foot shot on the way. Nice D from Dinwiddie.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's the screen. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hayes with the screen from McCollum. It's Jones on the wing. He dishes it to McCollum. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
He kicks it to Powell. And that one's drained from the low block. New Orleans leading by 16. McCollum with the ball. 18 points for him. There's the dish to Hayes. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. McCollum, no good.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Number 15. And there's the rejection. Dinwiddie, defended by McCollum. Powell dishes to Smith. Here's Doncic. No good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Jones. Smith with the defensive effort.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Doncic, defended by McCollum. Pass to Wood. Dinwiddie. Fades. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hayes has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The feed now to McCollum. Fires for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic, defended by Jones. Passes to Wood. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Inside. And Hayes throws it down.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Dinwiddie passes to Powell. To the middle. Deflected. Taken away by Hayes. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin, and they need his points, and he's providing them.
Screen by Smith. .102 left to play in the third. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got 14 points.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Feeds it to Valanciunas. Powell's there. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Hayes throws it down.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Mavericks trailed by 18. Smith outside. He passes it to Wood. Back to Smith.
Come get it, come get it.
Wood defended by Valanciunas. And it's Smith missing. New Orleans has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the basket by Jones.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Doncic. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Mavericks trailed by 20. Frank, Graham defending. Frank defended by Ingram. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Hardaway. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. Here's Graham, defended by Frank. Pass to Murphy. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Claver. Claver's got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to Frank. He feeds it to Claver. Pass to Frank. Kicks to Claver. Takes a 3. It's blocked by Williamson. For the finish. And that one is hammered home. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Hardaway up top. The shot. Good. He hits the jump shot. Hardaway has got 4 points in the quarter. New Orleans leading by 18. Graham with the ball. Now guarded by Frank. Passes it to Ingram. For the 3. That's good. He's got 19.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Bullock. He dishes it to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And it's Hardaway again missing. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Murphy down low, defended by Claver. He kicks it to Graham. New Orleans moving the ball around. Murphy against Hardaway. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks making a change here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now the dish to McGee. They set the pick. There's the pass to Wood. There's the feed to McGee. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. New Orleans leading by 23. McCollum passes to Ingram. Feeds it to Murphy. The Mavericks pull it in. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doncic defended by Ingram. Dishes it to McGee. Pass to Wood. Shot clock at 6. Out to Hardaway. This one for 3. And it's Hardaway again missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now here's McCollum, defended by Bullock. And Hayes kicks to Murphy. And again, no good by New Orleans. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Bullock. Wood, covered by Hayes. Here's Wood. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And that one misses. And the Mavericks making a change here. So we can't get either to fall.
They're digging their own hole here, throwing dirt on themselves. They haven't been nearly as efficient from the line as they were in the first half, and that can be self-destructive.
He's normally a really big threat from long range. Struggling right now. He might need to mix his game up a little bit.
That's good. Pelicans leading by 21. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the pass to Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Ingram passes to Williamson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Doncic, defended by McCollum. Tries it from 9. That's good.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Now here's Jones. He feeds it to McCollum. Pass to Ingram. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Williamson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see them double up here.
I agree. They haven't been able to succeed with single coverage to this point.
The free throw off from Williamson. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Fires from the corner. The shot is off, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. To the inside. Here's Jones, and he jams it with authority.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Doncic bangs home the trifecta. He's got 20.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
McCollum passes to Ingram. Kicks it to McCollum. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. He passes to McCollum. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. There's a good screen. Here's Hayes. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Doncic, defended by McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to McGee. 14 feet away. Good on the jump shot. He's got 22. New Orleans leading by 22. Outside, Jones. He dishes it to Hayes. Back to Jones. Hayes. Shot clock at 5. Ingram defended by Bullock. They recover it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. They set the screen. Doncic, defended by McCollum. From the arc, another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
The pass to Ingram. Defended by Bullock. With the fadeaway. The shot's good from Ingram. 21 points in the game.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
McGee's shot is off.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Pass to Ingram. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
From downtown, gets it to go.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Pelicans leading by 20. Outside, Jones. He kicks to McCollum. Back to Jones. Pass to Williamson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The first one falls, and the Pelicans making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. Both free throws good from Williamson. Dallas calls timeout.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. The dish to McGee. And the pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Pelicans leading by 20. Now Jones. 1:56 left in the game. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. And again, no good by New Orleans. Mavericks trailed by 20. McGee a screen. Expanding his range. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Ingram. The feed to Valanciunas. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
There's the pick. Doubled by Williamson. Wood passes to McGee. And the shot is good.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
New Orleans gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. McCollum passes to Ingram. Feeds it to Valanciunas. McGee's there. Baseline jumper. Valanciunas, good.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Doncic, defended by McCollum. And that one's good.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling